last game of the season here in the girls' side of the bracket. I'm really excited for tonight's matchup between the 1 and the 2 seed. And something to point out, these two teams rotated at that 1 and 2 spot for the majority of the season in the RPI.
Yeah, Judge got there first, and Richfield's strength of schedule was a little stronger. The teams that they played, that they beat, they won more games. So it flip-flopped, even though Judge had never lost. They're 25-0, and Richfield had 2 losses at the time. Judge was quite upset over it. I don't know, really upset, but, they weren't
maybe
happy.
A little confused about it,
yeah. And so that ended up Richfield lost to Emory, gave him a 3rd loss, and Judge flipped back in front of Richfield. And it's all based not on the direct teams they played, but on the teams, how they did with their opponents.
Right.
Which is kind of a crazy thing.
Yeah, it absolutely is. You're tuned into the Snow College pregame show. Did you start a degree, but then life got in the way? Well, there's never been a better time to finish what you started. Snow College offers flexible options that fit into your busy schedule. Visit snow.edu today and learn how rewarding a Snow College education can be. Rick, this is the 6th state championship that Coach Peter, or is this number 7?
7.
It's
this
number 7. It was 6. We talked about it yesterday. Yeah, now to 7. Talk about just how impressive that is for a coach now in his 22nd season to make it to the state championship 7 times. You're making it basically once every 3 years, at least once every group of kids, every 4 years for sure with these different groups of girls.
Well, no question it's impressive. And Coach Peterson looks calm. He certainly knows what he's doing. He's got a great assistant staff with him. The assistant coaches do a great job, and they just are calm. They know how to prepare. Will that mean that they can win this game? I'm not saying that. I'm saying They've been here before. They know how to get things ready.
Now, for Judge Memorial, we kind of mentioned it briefly. They are undefeated on the season, currently come in at, I believe, 25-0. They've won their first 25 games coming into tonight.
25-0.
Maybe let's focus a little bit on just how difficult that is to go undefeated for an entire season, regardless of strength of schedule. Because the season has its ebbs and flows, and for the Bulldogs, they responded to those challenges, including a tough one against Morgan yesterday to get here in the state championship.
Yeah, and they also own a win, as both teams do, over Desert Hills, who just won the 4A.
Yeah, that is an interesting tidbit.
And both of these two teams beat Desert Hills. And so I don't know, as teams go along, sometimes you have injuries. Sometimes you have a lot of different factors that play into it, and I think they're both fairly healthy today.
Yeah, absolutely. For Judge Memorial, it starts, ends, and continues to go with Taya Sidbury, the University of Utah commit, 34 points per game coming into this tournament, 13 rebounds. She does a little bit of everything for them, too. She can handle the ball, lead the Bulldogs out on the fast break. She's a great passer, unselfish teammate as well. She's just a really good player. There's just no other way to put it. She's that good.
And she's got length, and what's amazing is she looks so casual as she does it. I mean, you'd watch her and you say, man, she's just so casual. But the one thing she does is she takes the rebound and throws it the length of the court to her guards and that, and I think that's a key in this game.
And they've got great guard play as well. Should point out Marika Collins, a senior, 13 points per game for her. Their leading assist, Chloe Pike. I'm going to assume related to Coach Joshua Pike there. She averages 5 assists per game along with 8 rebounds. Chloe doesn't score. She does everything else well for this Judge Memorial squad. You've got Nada Jang with 5 points and 5 rebounds per game, 5 points for Maya Rentiera, and then, again, Sidbury with the 34 points and 13 rebounds. Coach Pike's team, 72 points per game on the season, to go along with 46 rebounds and 13 assists. They shoot 42% from the field, 25% from 3, and 60% from the foul line.
Yeah, and some of that field goal percentage is elevated a little bit because they've been able to get out and get a lot of fast breaks and lay-ins.
Yeah.
And that's really a factor. If they get 72 points tonight, I don't think that spells good things for Richfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking over on the Cats side of things, they had to come from behind and overcome a 12-minute scoring drought, Rick. Not many teams can overcome a 12-minute drought of not just no field goals, but no points. through that stretch there, but the Lady Cats rallied late. Great play down the stretch from senior Becca Polson and junior Nicole Willardson, and a big final 2 minutes from Kate Robinson to lift the Cats into the state championship game tonight.
Yeah, and you're spot on when you say most teams can't survive that, but that's part of the reason why Richfield's here is they have that talent and that ability to come back.
Yeah, led 14-7 to start the second quarter, trailed 15-14 at half, and then they did not score for an additional 4 minutes of that third quarter. So
James hit 3 3-pointers early and got them that lead, and then it was like there was a lid on the basket. The coaches talked about it. All the media's talked about it, and you and I have talked about it, how they went 12 minutes without scoring.
Isn't that something? This is the Snow College pregame show. We'll be back to preview more of the Cats and the Bulldogs. That's a good. I like that.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
As tax season once again approaches, remember Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield. Kimball & Roberts will save you time and stress this year when they file your state and federal taxes. The tax professionals at Kimball & Roberts know and understand all the new tax codes and lingo, so you don't have to. They can also help you find deductions and credits that you may miss. Skip the stress and headache and visit Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield or call 896-6488.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora have a non-stop tractor workhorse, just what you need for a non-stop world. Power Star tractors from New Holland provide unprecedented power, comfort, and performance in a utility tractor so you can tackle grounds, municipal, or farm tasks with ease. Choose from 6 models from 64 to 117 engine horsepower with an open-air ROPS platform or spacious Vision View cab. Learn more about the Power Star family of tractors. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Dr. Chase Meekum and his staff at Sevier Valley Sport and Spine are proud to sponsor our student athletes in their pursuit of excellence. Dr. Chase Meekum provides chiropractic, rehabilitation, cupping, and acupuncture, where your health is their mission. Located conveniently at 72 Patriot Way in Richfield, you can find them on Facebook. Call 435-289-3444 for an appointment. Dr. Chase Meekum, Sevier Valley Sport and Spine.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Tanner Wilkinson and Rick Robinson with you on the Snow College pregame show. Did you start to agree, but then life got in the way? Well, guess what? There's never been a better time to finish what you started. Snow College can offer you those flexible options. Check out snow.edu today. Well, Rick, this is a great matchup. We've already talked a little bit about it. Let's talk a little bit about the Lady Cats and what they've done on the season to get here. And just a terrific group, a good mix of youth, some veterans, and it starts with their guard line. 3 really good, experienced seniors lead the way for the Cats.
And I think they're the key to this game. I know Willardson is, but I think their speed, because all these teams up here at this level have good, honestly, they have good guards.
Yeah.
But it's the speed of Richfield's guards when they play teams that teams have had trouble with. And that's helped propel them on the defensive end.
Absolutely. Sydney Knutson, Becca Polson, and Kate Robinson, those three seniors as mentioned, all do a little bit of everything. You mentioned Sydney. Sydney's actually the leading rebounder, and she's a guard. She's one of the smallest players on the floor at times, and yet she averages 7 rebounds per game, is phenomenal in the open court, as you mentioned. Becca Polson, where would these Cats be without her in the state semifinal matchup? I believe it was 4 threes in the second half to help get the Cats kind of back in the groove, back in rhythm here. And it was 5 for the game, 4 in the second half for Polson. And then, of course, Kate Robinson. First of all, Kate was phenomenal against Union. Best player on the floor by a mile in that game. Let the other players in that game against Layton Christian just do their roles. She's very content with her role. And then had that big, near impossible basket late, and then 2 free throws to seal the deal.
What I think as state tournament, it's being able to win when maybe you're not at your best, because it's really hard to put 3 great games together. And so, in my opinion, it's somebody usually that you don't expect that steps up, and that's going to be what propels you into a championship.
Absolutely. And then we talk about some of the underclassmen on this team as well. Of course, the big name, Nicole Willardson, 18.6 rebounds a game. She kind of had a slow start to the tournament, had a little bit of foul trouble against Union, and kind of maybe threw the rhythm off heading into the Layton Christian game. But late against Layton Christian, she was the Nicole Willardson we've seen all season long and delivered, again, when it mattered most.
Yeah, and I was talking to some Emory broadcasters, and they were commenting, Carbon Emory, how good she looked against them, and that's what I've seen. And yesterday, it's gotten a little bit of foul trouble. They were calling a little tender with her.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they were wrong. I'm just saying it's a little tender, and maybe she got a little passive with it.
Yeah, and Nicole stepped up big in the second half. And one thing I love about Nicole, it's good when your center shoots 75% from the line, considering how physical she is and good underneath the basket. You can't really foul her. It's not a hack-a-shack situation. She's going to go to the free throw line and knock them down as well.
Well, and I thought yesterday Richfield's foul shooting when it counted was just terrific. That helped them win that game.
No, absolutely. Another big part of the win yesterday for Richfield was Hallie Janes, who hit 3 threes early. Without those threes, there is no way Richfield finds themselves in the position they're at for a potential state championship here tonight.
Well, she had a terrific second half on Thursday night against Union. And then she came back and just got Richfield off to a great start yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Hallie Janes, just the sophomore, of course, the daughter of Coach Rand Janes for the boys basketball team. We'll be right back with more coverage. You're listening to the state championship 3A girls matchup on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10, and ETV.
Hi, this is Eric Schmutz, president of State Bank of Southern Utah. I want you to know that State Bank is healthy, well capitalized, and we have money to lend. You should know that we have the best lending officers in the state. In fact, State Bank has been ranked the #1 medium SBA lender in Utah for the past 2 years in a row, and we're working hard to make it 3. If you have a project that we can help with or any financial need, please give us a call or stop by any of our 13 offices.
In Richfield, call 896-9287. State Bank of Southern Utah, member FDIC.
Jones & DeMille Engineering is proud to be a part of Utah's rural communities and loves to cheer on the youth of rural Utah. We take great pride in helping shape the quality of life by offering full engineering and architectural services, municipal and private business software solutions, and community involvement. Jones & DeMille is your go-to resource for planning, funding, designing, and infrastructure needs. We strive to serve with a professional, personalized rural touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Ashley Steck at Steck Investments in Richfield is an independent local agent, meaning he can shop all available companies to find the right plan for you. Steck Investments handles pensions, 401k rollovers, IRAs, life and health insurance, Medicare supplements, drug plans, and dental plans. Call Ashley today at 435-979-0007 to find the best investment and insurance plan for you. Steck Investments, 635 North Main Street in Richfield. For all your insurance and investment needs, call 979-0007.
There is an athlete in all of us. that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community, wherever you are in your athletic journey.
Pizza Hut in Richfield and Kanab has the cure for your appetite with stuffed crust pizza at just $12.99 right now. Stop by and check out the other Hut specials and the awesomely delicious menu and plan to go wild. If you walk out hungry, you only have yourself to blame. Bring the whole family and make it a night the family will remember. Stop by today for dine-in, takeout, or delivery and have some delicious Pizza Hut pizza and ice cold Pepsi and more. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And we welcome you back to the 3A state championship game as Richfield and Judge Memorial continue to warm up. Shots are up, getting up. Last chance before the opening tip-off, which we'll have coming up shortly along with starting lineups and a special presentation before the game as well. Tanner Wilkinson and Rick Robinson with you. I want to give a big shout-out to our crew that's been here all weekend long, both here at Weber State and over at Bonneville High School for the consolation games today. Barrett Hilton leading the crew. We called it the Dream Team the other day. They're basically the Avengers as well, if we really want to be honest about it. So.
Well, Barrett's been avoiding me all year long. I said, how's a guy get this lucky?
We got a great group. McKay Baker, Cole Wissinger, Big Joe around with us as well. Adam Coombs and Dylan Smith helping us out. Just a great all-around crew up here at Weber State. Rick, back to the game. Let's talk a little bit about some keys to the game for the Richfield Wildcats. What do they need to do differently today to maybe avoid, you can't afford a 0-point streak like they did yesterday afternoon against this Judge team?
Well, every game's a different game. As
Right.
is on Thursday, Union was determined not to give any three-point shooting to Richfield. That opened up yesterday, and I think today the key is Richfield's defense, and I think keeping the streaking the streaking cherry-pick scores down. And then if you're playing good defense, I think their offense will come.
Absolutely. And that's kind of where the thing that kept them in that game yesterday with Leighton Christian. You think, well, yeah, there were 0 points allowed for 12 minutes of action. Well, the Cats' defense did not suffer nearly as much as their offense did, and that's what kept them in the game, something super important. Now, if you're Judge Memorial, Taya Sidbury, we know her. We know the name. We know how good she is. How much do you need to rely on maybe some of your other girls today at this point? And should double teams come to Sidbury, how do you expect them to adjust?
Well, they've been a good team all year long.
Right.
And so you got to see how Richfield's going to try and attack you, and then that's the approach he'll take to the game. I think you pretty much know Richfield's going to go man-to-man.
Right.
And, Judge will have to see how they approach the game on how they'll want to do things. I don't think they're worried so much about Richfield. They're a pretty confident team.
Yeah, absolutely. These have been the two best teams throughout the season, and they fittingly meet tonight in the state championship game. A good section showing up here for the Wildcats. Little surprise, Judge Memorial. They've got a lot more of their folks here tonight, I will say that, than were here the other night as they look to cap off an undefeated season here at Weber State.
And Judge played for the 3A title 2 years ago.
That's right.
Against South Sevier, and it was Johnson who hit a shot with just like 1.5 seconds to go to give South Sevier the win over this Judge Memorial team, and Sidbury was on that team.
Speaking of which, South Sevier and Kanab, the other game we'll keep an eye on tonight, the 2A state championship down in Richfield. So you've got South Sevier and Richfield in the state championship game, so good coverage for the folks there in Sevier County. And Kanab losing a heartbreaker last year to North Summit. It must have been something that year about good championship games if they lost barely to South Sevier, because that North Summit Millard overtime game was a dandy in the state championship.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. Both those were.
Absolutely. We're just about set to have our national anthem here at Weber State University. Both teams now line up on their respective free throw lines as we're going to be welcomed on in. As this special presentation is about to be, here is our national anthem.
This championship game features the Richfield Wildcats and the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. We would ask you, ladies and gentlemen, at this time to please rise for the singing of our national anthem, which will be performed this afternoon by a senior from Judge Memorial, Miss Georgia Stockholm.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. And now at this time, we would like to announce the assistant coaches and the non-starters.
Welcome back on in. Open as, Rick, when you make the state championship, you get the royal treatment. Everyone gets announced, everyone gets recognized because it takes a village, in a sense, and a whole team to make it here, not just your 5 starters or your 8 guys and the girls in the rotation.
And they go through trainers. They list the non-starters.
Managers.
I mean, if you had something to do with this program, they're going to mention you.
Really a great opportunity for these kids, and especially some of the younger kids on the team. You think, God, I made it here once. Why not make this motivation for me to do it again? And again, these are the ones they're going up against in practice. That's how you get better every single day. Just continuing to battle and continuing to go up against each other in these opportunities.
And it is extremely difficult to make it to the title game.
Only 2 make it.
Yeah, and only 2 out of 21 teams in 3A have made it this far. And it's interesting. Richfield comes in with a 20-3 record, and most people really don't give them a lot of chance. I personally think they have a fairly good chance.
I think when you look again at the RPI, there's debate about it. There just simply is. A lot of, mix, up and down throughout the season with the RPI. I really think these 2 teams were 1-2 and flipping, it's really going to be a good battle tonight. I feel like that's a good sign of what's to come.
You're never guaranteed a great game or whatever when you get there, because sometimes teams handle pressure differently. But I'm like you. I think this has the makings of a really entertaining game.
You know what I like? We got a Bulldog here for Judge Memorial. You see that mascot down there? I'm liking the Bulldog. That is really fun that you get it's a big deal. You make it to the state championship game. I guess you get to bring your mascot. So we got the Bulldog down on the sideline. Maybe, Rick, let's talk about some of the bench players for this team, starting over with the Wildcats, because they've got some great minutes out of Sarah Winters and Cameron Knutson here in these state playoffs.
Yeah, and Cameron was huge against Ogden. She hit some big foul shots in the final couple minutes. Richfield had a 40-21 point lead, a 19-point lead, and Ogden got it back to within 3 points.
Wasn't that something?
Yeah, that's why you play.
That's why you play. Yeah, it's not a survive and advance. Who's starting for the Cats tonight, Rick, in our starting lineups?
Well, wearing number 10, a senior, Sydney Knutson. Wearing number 11, a senior, Rebecca Polson. Wearing number 20, a senior, Kate Robinson. Wearing number 25, a junior, Nicole Willardson. And wearing number 30, a sophomore, Holly James.
Coach Mark Peterson has mentioned in his 22nd season, 7th appearance in the state championship game for this group. Here's the starting lineups for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. They're going to go with number 3 senior Marika Collins, 13 points and 5 rebounds per game. Going with number 5, Anjual McCall, the senior, wears number 5. Maya Renteria, senior, 5 points a game, wearing number 21. Number 23, Chloe Pike, 8 rebounds, 5 assists per game, does a little bit of everything. And number 32, of course, Taya Sidbury, 34 points, 13 rebounds a game, committed to play over at the University of Utah. Not terribly far from here at Weber State. And Wildcats, this is the first time we've seen them in the royal blues with kind of the red trim up top. I like these jerseys, Rick. Really sharp-looking uniforms.
Yeah, I like them too. It's kind of a contrast. You got Richfield in mostly blue and a little bit of red and white, and you got Judge in white with mostly red.
Yeah, little yellow trim on there, but yeah, very good. I like the uniform matchup. I'm a uniform nerd, so I always like to see the uniform matchups, and we got a great one tonight.
To our listeners, I know you've heard Tanner before, but you're going to get a lot of good words, and I'll try and point them out as they come.
Here we go. Opening tip-off as our Snow College pregame show wraps up. Nicole Willardson will jump it with Taya Sidbury. Very fitting that the two top players for these respective squads open up this game with a jump ball. Here we go. Opening tip. Sidbury wins it, and the Bulldogs will start in possession. Pretty now, some Judge students leaking in here late. Pretty even on the student sections here, Rick, early. Top of the key, balls goes over the left side to McCall. This is Collins driving, rather. Turnover. Taken away, Becca Polson with the steal. Good for the Cats to get a turnover early. Gives it up high to Kate Robinson. James, wide open triple. Short, rebound to Nicole Willardson. Nicole's doubled, and we'll get a very quick jump ball. Possession goes to the Cats. Very quick into this game with the jump ball.
Yeah, and James, when she was warming up, was right by the high school line. That one, again, she was behind the college line.
Yeah.
I like the shot, though. They left her open.
Great inbound, and Taya Sidbury with a monster block shot. Tough to deal with that 6'1 length. Sidbury goes right to the rim, lays it up and in. Taya Sidbury scoring early. No surprise there. Judge opens up 2-0. Press from the Bulldogs as Robinson gets it across the timeline. Knutson goes in the corner. Paulson. She'll take a three-point shot. It's up strong. Willardson taps it, and it'll stay with the Wildcats. Last touched inside by McCall.
Yeah, Richfield's had 2 good looks in the basket, not able to go. That press, I don't know if you noticed, is a 1-2-2 three-quarter court trap, and they put Sidbury right there where she can steal it. She can go lay it in.
Ball goes back in. Polson not afraid to try again. Knocks down the three. Big answer. Becca Polson, Cats on the board with a three-point shot. 3-2 Richfield. Got to keep shooting those, Rick, when you got them open like that.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
Collins across the timeline. Over on the right side, it's Chloe Pike. Lobs it inside. Cats get another deflection and another steal. 2 of the 3 possessions, Richfield's coming up with the turnover. Knutson in the corner. Janes tries another triple. That's good. Hallie Janes for 3. Cats lead at 6-2. All 4 shots have been threes, Rick, for Richfield. Similar to how they started yesterday.
Yes.
Sidbury's jumper short. Rebound to Nicole Willardson. Handoff Robinson. She's going to draw a double. Try to split it, and they call a foul against That's going to be interesting to see who they call this one on here. 20. Chloe Pike will pick up the personal foul.
Well, this Judge team has not trailed a lot of this season. I think they said
That's
the other night when they were behind at halftime, it was like only the third or fourth time they'd been
That's
behind.
right. Yeah, Morgan had a 1-point lead at the half in that one. Ball goes over on the right side. It's Robinson. Kate Robinson, another good athlete all around, good soccer player. Top of the key, guarded by Collins. It's a great point guard matchup in this one. Janes catches over on the right side. Hallie picks up her dribble, gives to Becca Polson. Polson comes off the screen, gives to Robinson, left side, guarded by Collins. Kate will reset, trying to get a paint touch for Nicole Willardson.
And Sidbury's on Janes. That's interesting
That
to me.
is. Sidbury being very aggressive. The ball goes out, and now it's touched by Willardson. Top of the three-point arc, gives to Polson. Becca guarded out front by Retanira. And good defense again from Maya. Now in the corner, it's Willardson. Tries a tough shot and will get a jump ball. Possession arrow to Judge. Great help team defense on Willardson there.
Yeah, they came over. I think she thought she had a little more opening than I thought she did. But I like the look. Richfield showing good patience there.
Absolutely. Judge Memorial basketball, 6-2 our score for the Wildcats. They've hit 2 threes. Just 1 bucket for Judge. Corner 3 from Maya. It's way long. Good defense. Long rebound. Brought down by McCall. Crossover by Collins. Kicks it back out. Maya will put it on the floor. Float it up with the left hand. It's short. And good box out by Knutson on Sidbury. Robinson runs the break. Beautifully done inside to Hallie Janes. That is beautiful Wildcat basketball, Rick Robinson.
The difference in this game so far is the speed of those 3 guards. Defensively, they've just given Judge trouble.
Chloe Pike over on the right side. Now Sidbury, another turnover. Plaguing Judge Memorial early here. Polson catches. Quick trigger 3 short, and they call the foul. And is that going to be 3 shots here for Polson?
That would be 3.
Boy. Becca Polson, who was the hero yesterday in the comeback win against Layton Christian, she'll now get 3 free throws. Becca shoots it at 66% on the season. First is up and good.
What I've been impressed with, Richfield missed their first 2 3-point shots, but they have not missed a beat. They've still taken their open shots.
First one drops for Polson, 9 points a game, the second leading scorer on this squad. No good on the second, and there's a third one.
Yeah, Sidbury grabbed it, kind of took off, and she'll probably get a little taunt for that, but you can't fault her for wanting to grab a rebound.
You're used to 2, and she's got a big grin on her face. One more for Polson here. And the law of averages stays true. She goes 2 out of 3. She does shoot 66% on the season. Cats lead at 10-2. Great start for Richfield, Rick. If you're Judge Memorial, got to clean up the turnovers.
Nobody saw this coming, this kind of lead early.
No. Collins guarded out front by Robinson. Goes to McCall in the free throw line area. Now back out to Sidbury. Crosses over, guarded by Knutson. Gets it in the corner to Collins. Collins will lob to Sidbury. Free throw line extended. Draws kind of a double team, and they call a 3-second violation on a separate Bulldog. Possession belongs to the Cats. Another Judge turnover. Timeout to Judge Memorial. We'll take it and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Your connection for high school sports, Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 4:29 to go, opening quarter of play. It's been all Wildcats. They lead at 10-2 over the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. And the story, Rick, 3-point shooting for Richfield and turnovers for Judge Memorial.
Yeah, it's the play of the guards giving them trouble. They filled the lanes.
Robinson over on the right side gives it to Willardson high out at the 3-point line straight away. Coming off the screens, Polson had a look for a second. Good recovery from Collins. Gives back Hallie Janes, and again, they've stuck Sidbury on Hallie. Hallie gets rid of it. Back to Polson. Polson guarded tightly by Maya. Now gives it back and a near turnover, but Robinson picks it up, takes it up, scoops and draws a foul, and back to the free throw line go the Richfield Wildcats.
Very close to a 2-and-1 there as that ball rimmed around and flipped out. But Kate Robinson going to the foul line. Oh, I'll tell you what, almost a steal. When Richfield broke it, they had good things happen.
Robinson goes to the line for two, 57% shooter, a little short on the first one. Hit two very big free throws yesterday against Layton Christian. Additional shot coming here. Up. No good. Rebound comes down to McCall. Collins comes out in transition. Screen coming her way, set by McCall. Puts it on the floor. Collins will drive it, float it, miss it. Rebound inside and thrown back up is no good. And the rebound to Willardson. Nicole's got it. Breaks it across the timeline. Sidbury comes from behind, pokes it away. That should be Richfield ball and is. Great job by Nicole.
Willardson was determined to come down with that rebound as they got two shots up. And then she couldn't find anyone to pass to. She had Sidbury on her and another. They double teamed. She decided just to dribble drive.
Couple of subs for Judge Memorial, including Esther Analjog and Nanjang Jang in. 10-2 still our score, 3:35 to go. Ball comes into Willardson, now over on the right side. Sends it back to Robinson high with 3:31 to go. Robinson near the midcourt line and the Wildcat ear on the Weber State logo at midcourt. Knutson into Willardson. Picks it up. Knutson will try a three-point shot. That's good. Sydney Knutson, who does not take a ton of threes, but shoots them at a good rate. 33% connects. 11-point lead for the Cats.
They came to double Willardson. She kicked it to Knutson.
Sidbury throws it near away. It's saved on the end line, and then back in the back court by Collins. Near the Big Sky logo. Now back to center court. Gives it over right side Sidbury. Guarded by Knutson. A tough task for the whole Cat team tonight. Sidbury throws a shot up. It's no. Offensive rebound and a foul on the floor against the Cats. So it'll be Judge Memorial basketball underneath.
And that's their first one of the game. It comes with 2:53 to go.
Collins will trigger on the baseline. Gets it into Sidbury. Polson guarding her, or Knutson rather, guarding her outside. And Sidbury loses another turnover. Robinson with the basketball. Pulls it back out. Gives it over to Polson. Three in and out. Rebound fought for, and we're going to get a jump ball here. Possession goes to Richfield. What great hustle from Sydney Knutson. Hits the three, and then moments later hustles for the jump ball.
I think Richfield's had more energy in this game than Judge has. I think Judge maybe watched Richfield play yesterday, as a lot of people, and says, they're in trouble. Said Richfield's in trouble.
Shot blocked by Polson. Robinson gets it and is tripped. So that's going to be 4 team fouls on Judge Memorial. Just one for the Cats here early in this first half.
But in this game, there's still lots of time, but you'd rather be ahead by 11 than behind.
So that's 14 fouls. More fouls than points right now for Judge Memorial. The Richfield defense has been suffocating. Polson sends it out to Janes. Halley gives it right back into Robinson. Ball deflected, and it'll stay Richfield basketball.
And Sidbury's long reach
very
deflected
long,
that.
Yes. She's just a basketball player.
Oh, terrific player.
Lob goes into Willardson. Nicole catches high. To the bump. Spins, shoots, has it blocked from behind. A good block by McCall. And now out in transition comes Analjog. She loses control of the basketball. Dang picks it up, gets it back out high to Collins. Collins will reset for Judge Memorial. Just one basket so far for Judge. Plenty of turnovers. Ball deflected. Polson again. She's just been terrific here early. Kate Robinson comes away with the basketball.
Those guards are beating it to the spot, and Richfield has given no transaction baskets, which is what Judge Memorial has lived off.
Robinson with the basketball high. Screen from Willardson to the cup, and a foul. Getting her with the body. I thought it was a fairly clean block of the basketball for Esther Analjak. Got her with the body, though, and Kate will go back to the free throw line.
Take a look at this. Yeah, definitely jumped into the body.
2 shots here for Robinson. Missed a pair early here in the quarter. Up and a little strong. Richfield still with a 13-2 lead. Minute 53 to go, opening period. Chloe Pike returns for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Going to need her playmaking.
Judge is looking for some points. They need somebody who's going to put the ball in the hoop.
Well, you got someone that averages 35 a game and will get a pull-out. I thought that was going to be a jump ball. Instead, the Cats get the offensive rebound. Knutson puts it on the floor. Bounces to Willardson, but it's deflected out of bounds. Richfield maintains possession. They've had the ball for a long time, Rick.
Yeah, and Sidbury, it looks like you can pass it through the lane to her, but Sidbury knocks it out of bounds.
Ball goes into Knutson in the corner. Sydney pulls it back out to Kate Robinson. Robinson gives to Polson over on the right side. Becca gives now back to Kate Robinson. Minute 37 to go. Opening period, a 13-2 start for Richfield. Defense has been suffocating. Drive from Robinson, throws it up, no, out of bounds. They're going to say it remains Richfield ball. That was, I don't know, that's an interesting call. You might have thought that last went off Robinson's hands, but there was also a little contact, so we play on. Willardson sends it into Janes, guarded very tightly, nearly stolen, and taken away. Will get a held ball. Possession going to Judge Memorial. That was a little bit quicker of a whistle on that jump ball, and Judge getting a big stop after the Wildcats had a very long possession there.
Yeah, James looked down, and then immediately there was a jump ball.
Sarah Winters going to come in for the Wildcats. First sub of the game is Nicole Willardson will sit for the final. No, we'll see if it's the final minute 27. It's a state championship game. You don't got to worry about playing them too much for the next game because this is it. Sidbury drives. Tough shot for two. Can't get it to fall. Cats again suffocating. Sidbury takes it up with the left hand. That one doesn't go. Pike fights for the offensive board and gets it. Sends it back to Collins. Third opportunity. Collins takes and misses again. Ball fought for, and Sidbury draws a foul and will get to the free throw line for two. Richfield, Rick, could not get the rebound on that possession.
Yeah, and if Judge gets that many shots at the basket, they're going to make one of them. That time they did not.
But to the line, Taya Sidbury, 78%. End of the first quarter of that girls 2A matchup. South Sevier and Kanab tied at 10 apiece.
Really? Sidbury misses the first foul attempt here.
Still a struggle to score as Knutson will sit. Or no, Robinson will sit for Cameron Knutson. So both Knutsons now out there. Wildcats going a little small. Sidbury 1 for 2, and Judge ends a 13-0 run from Richfield. It was 2-0 Judge Memorial.
Only lead change of the game so far.
Knutson in the corner, guarded by Pike, picks up her dribble, now gets it back to her sister, Sydney. Knutson to Polson now up high. Becca Polson gets it back to Knutson, loses it for a second, sends to the corner. Hallie Janes, quick trigger three. Good. Hallie Janes with another three. Cats lead at 16-3.
2 out of 3 to start the game for James. What a terrific baseline shot.
And no one got back inside for Richfield as Dang ends the field goal drought for Judge Memorial. 16-5 our score. Polson gets it across the timeline for Richfield. 16-5, 21 seconds to go, opening quarter. Knutson's got it. Guarded high by Collins. You only want one shot here if you're Richfield. Polson with it. With Sidbury on her. Polson will drive. Kick it over. Knutson takes a long two. It's short. Rebound comes inside to the Cats, and they just can't get a shot off as Knutson's shot was blocked, and that will end quarter number 1. Richfield leads it 16-5 over Judge Memorial. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
As tax season once again approaches, remember Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield. Kimball & Roberts will save you time and stress this year when they file your state and federal taxes. The tax professionals at Kimball & Roberts know and understand all the new tax codes and lingo, so you don't have to. They can also help you find deductions and credits that you may miss. Skip the stress and headache and visit Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield or call 896-6488.
Hi. I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Your connection for high school sports. Centricom, Channel 10, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in state championship game. Richfield leads Judge 16-5, Rick. And again, I said it at the midway point of the first quarter. I'll say it again. 3-point shooting for the Cats, turnovers for Judge Memorial.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And I take it one extra. I think those turnovers are because of those guards. The guard play overplaying those passing lanes. It's their speed. And I said in the pregame, I thought that was a factor and it was going to be the key to this game.
Something you mentioned with Coach Peterson, he starts the same 5 every quarter for the most part. Knutson is still out there, though. Robinson remains on the bench. And Sidney is trapped, and the ball deflected, and Sidbury tries to save it in, and does to Dang. Into the hands of Collins now. Opportunity, Sidbury, deep 3, long rebound fought for, and corralled by McCall. Pike thought about the 3. She'll drive it. Left-handed shot, no good. Ball poked back out to Collins. Her left-handed floater in the lane is off. Rebound inside Sidbury, no good. Rebound to Nicole Willardson. A lot of contact down there, Rick. Sidbury ends up on the floor.
Well, she was trying to draw a foul.
Paulson
I thought
long.
there was more contact on a couple other shots.
Sidbury now on the break, trying to catch up with the basketball. Takes a quick 3. It's short. Very rush shots as Janes gets the rebound on the baseline. Janes gets it out to Knutson. Great. For a sophomore, Hallie Janes has a lot of poise.
Yeah, and that was a good play. She was trapped in the corner by 2 defenders.
Knutson puts it on the floor. Sidbury trying to get the steal, dives for it, throws it, a couple of kicks, and possession stays with Richfield. Cats catch a break there.
Yeah, Sidbury, though, in my opinion, they've let her play, but they haven't given her bumps when she's been bumped.
They're letting them play today. Substitution as Maya Renteria has returned. They go into Willardson. Nicole gives to Becca Polson. Becca will drive. Can't finish. Rebound inside to Dang. Out comes Collins now. Collins in transition. No one really picking her up. She gives it over to Maya. Corner 3-point shot. Banks it in from a tough angle. First 3-point basket of the game for Judge Memorial. They've cut the lead down to 8, 16-8 Richfield.
I don't think she intended to bank it, but it makes no difference. It was a great shot.
I didn't think banks were this open this late at 5:30 on a Saturday. Polson out high, guarded by Collins. 6:16 to go, second quarter. And a risky pass over to Knutson rather. She keeps it. Polson, 3, straight on, short, rebound, and a foul going to be called on Sydney Knutson there.
Yeah, and Richfield could use some inside baskets. All their scoring has come from the outside. Sidbury, her presence has been a force in the middle, and Richfield, she's not been the one that's blocked shots, but because of her, I think it's kept Richfield out of the middle.
Right. Across the timeline, it's Collins. Over on the right side, it goes to Maya Renteria. Driving is Collins, guarded by Polson. Collins pulls back out, trying to find Dang. Now goes to Maya on the right side in the corner. It's caught. And the lob inside for Sidbury just loses another turnover. Polson looks to push for the Cats. Gets it back outside to Knutson. Now Polson thought about the college range 3. No, they give it to Willardson. She kicks it back out. Polson, another triple. In and out, rebound to Taya Sidbury.
Just one shot, though. Sidbury there to corral the rebound. Richfield had a good look. Their passing was good that time.
Kind of that inside-out methodology. The drive from Sidbury is up, no good. Rebound fought for, loose on the ground, and it will be a jump ball. Possession stays with Judge Memorial. And if you're Judge, you got to feel good only being down 8 considering the amount of turnovers you've had and the amount of good looks that Richfield's had.
Well, I think Judge has had some pretty good looks, too.
Yeah, that's
They've
true.
not been able to get the ball to go. Sidbury, to me, is pressing a little bit.
She takes it baseline, crosses over. Great move from Sidbury. Count the bucket and one. That's the talent of Taya Sidbury. She'll have a chance now to complete the 3-point play.
See, and I think Sidbury was looking, she's been looking to kind of spark this team. Terrific baseline move.
Should mention a sub for Judge Memorial. Adjor Juang has come in. Timeout to the Wildcats. A good timeout from Coach Peterson. Richfield 16, Judge Memorial 10 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10, and ETV.
If building dreams is how you make your living, demand the performance of New Holland construction equipment from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora. Choose from skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, loader backhoes, compact excavators, and more. Built-in visibility, stability, and comfort allow you to work with a higher level of confidence, speed, and efficiency. Learn more about the performance of New Holland construction equipment. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Dr. Chase Meekum and his staff at Sevier Valley Sport and Spine are proud to sponsor our student athletes in their pursuit of excellence. Dr. Chase Meekum provides chiropractic, rehabilitation, cupping, and acupuncture, where your health is their mission. Located conveniently at 72 Patriot Way in Richfield, you can find them on Facebook. Call 435-289-3444 for an appointment. Dr. Chase Meekum, Sevier Valley Sport and Spine.
Hi, this is Eric Schmutz, president of State Bank of Southern Utah. I want you to know that State Bank is healthy, well capitalized, and we have money to lend. You should know that we have the best lending officers in the state. In fact, State Bank has been ranked the #1 medium SBA lender in Utah for the past 2 years in a row, and we're working hard to make it 3. If you have a project that we can help with or any financial need, please give us a call or stop by any of our 13 offices.
In Richfield, call 896-9287. State Bank of Southern Utah, member FDIC.
Back on in, that free throw good. The three-point play is good from Taya Sidbury. Janes lobs into Willardson. Nicole drawn a double from the side and poked away by Maya on the ground and out of bounds. It'll stay Wildcat basketball, and Hallie Janes knows got to be maybe a little stronger going for that ball.
Well, Maya was just waiting for Nicole to dribble. As soon as she did, she came over and knocked it away.
Polson claps the basketball, lobs it into Willardson. Back out Polson. Now they go back. Little hot potato. Spin from Nicole. Turns, hooks, no good. Great defense inside. Got to give big credit to McCall for the defense there. That was Deng, actually, on the defensive end. Sidbury sends it down low off the foot of a Judge player, and we're going to say out of bounds. It stays with Judge Memorial. Oh, no, they say Wildcat basketball.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, she had the
that
ball
makes sense.
When she went out of bounds.
Possession goes to Becca Polson. Sydney Knutson with the basketball.
Richfield has not scored in this quarter.
That's a good point. Didn't score in the second quarter of yesterday's game. Janes gives it to Polson high, thought about the three. Ball deflected, a steal from Maya. Mile Renteria with the steal, leads it ahead to Collins. Collins to the rim, left-handed shot does not go, and Collins loses it out of bounds to Richfield. Boy, there is a lid on this basket for Judge Memorial. They've had some great looks.
Yeah, and that's their first time they've really had a breakaway to put it in.
That's a good
point.
But
Richfield had 2 defenders next to her, so it wasn't a complete clean. Easy to put in.
Kate Robinson back in the game for the Cats. Becca Polson gets the breather here. Robinson across the timeline. Back into a man-to-man here for Judge Memorial. They leave Knutson being guarded by Taya Sidbury. Crossover Robinson. Gets to the free throw line, gives to Taya Willardson. She draws a quick double. Finds Knutson underneath, who bobbles the basketball, falls on the ground, throws it right back out. Robinson with it. Good job by Knutson not to travel. It's so hard when you're on the ground like that, Rick. She did a good job just catching and throwing the ball out.
And then she got up, got out of the lane.
Another good point. Janes gets it back up top to Robinson. 3:28 to go, second quarter. Cats lead at 16-11. They have not scored here in the quarter. Lob for Willardson. It's tipped, but right to Knutson, who goes up and under. Ball is loose, and the steal. Coming the other way, it's Sidbury. Out in transition. She'll pull up for a three. In and out. Rebound fought for, and a foul on the Cats, so it'll stay with Richfield. That'll be the 5th team foul on Richfield. We're even 5 fouls apiece here in the second quarter. That'll be on Cameron Knutson. And I got to say, Judge is sending a double so quick to Nicole Willardson. She has got to get rid of that basketball really quick, and she's doing a good job of it. Now, wrong place, wrong time for Sydney Knutson. She is likely, that is, I believe, number 2 for Sydney.
The other thing that I think is Richfield's not used to the length and quickness on their passes. Sometimes they've been a little lazy on how they passed it, and Judge has a little more length and quickness than what they've seen. 2 very good teams.
Yeah. Sarah Winters checks in. Sydney Knutson will sit. Cats going with kind of I don't want to say an inexperienced lineup, but you got 3 sophomores on the floor here. Sidbury looks to spin, loses the basketball, has to kick it back out to Collins. Collins sends it right side to Maya Renteria. Collins now back over to the right side to Ador Zhuang, who's checked in. Sidbury goes left hand off the rim again. Rebound, Hallie Janes.
And the presence of Nicole caused that,
yes.
But that was a quick move.
Robinson will reset for the Lady Cats. 2:38 to go here in the second. Richfield leads 16-11. Robinson puts it on the floor, kicks to the corner. Good ball movement. Willardson straight away. Thought about the 3 for a moment. Now Janes gets it in the paint to Winters. Winters will send out to Robinson. Robinson now Janes straight away. Thought about the Damian Lillard range 3 since we are here at Weber State. Robinson crossover, loses control of the basketball. And we're going to get a jump ball. Possession stays with Richfield. Very, very good battling going on here, Rick. Both teams.
Both defenses have really tightened up. I'm trying to decide if Judge has moved into a zone, but I think it's still a man-to-man, but they've kind of loosened up how they've done the man-to-man.
Janes catches outside high, will now reset. They try to go to Willardson. Sidbury poked it away. Taya's got a lane now. Sidbury in transition, goes to the rim. It's short. Rebound inside for Judge Memorial. They throw up another shot. It's no good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be another jump ball. Possession stays with Judge Memorial. Richfield wanted a foul.
Well, on that, Sidbury had another good look and just couldn't get it to go.
Back into the game is Polson as Robinson will sit. Just receiving some quick instruction from Coach Peterson. Collins lobs it in, takeaway, turnover. Hallie Janes pushes for the Richfield Wildcats. Pulls it out, gives to Nicole Willardson. And Sidbury very physical there. Cross court in the corner now. It's Winters. Now back to Knutson. Willardson up high, swings it over to Janes. Now back Willardson. 3 straight on, no. Long rebound corralled by Paulson. Swings it to Janes. Janes inside. Winters tries to give it, and a bump and a foul from behind from McCall. 16 fouls now on Judge Memorial.
See, I didn't think there was near the contact there that Sidbury had out on top. And I think Sidbury got away with one there, but not a big deal.
Part of the game. Minute 32 to go before the half. Coming up on our halftime show, it's brought to you by Jones & DeMille Engineering. Champions are propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones & DeMille Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm.
And Sidbury makes all the passing lanes very, very difficult.
Paulson gets it in over to Willardson in the corner. Nicole's got it. Looking to get it out, does to Hallie Janes. Janes now sends it in the corner to Paulson, and just kind of a awkward angle to catch that. It goes back to Judge Memorial.
Well, look who you had coming out there. You had Tia coming out. And again, that passing angle is tough. Richfield has yet to score in the second quarter for the second game in a row.
Isn't that something? And they still lead it by 5. Halftime of the 2A game, Kanab leads South Sevier 22-17. Well, South Sevier, the 8th seed. Going to get another jump ball. Possession goes to Richfield. Big defensive stop. Becca Polson getting her hands in there. Wow. Big stop there for the Cats.
Both these teams are used to getting steals.
Janes.
And so they're always reaching for the ball.
Janes gets it to Willardson, top of the key. Nicole catches high, guarded by Sidbury, puts it on the deck, sends it back out to Polson. Becca puts it on the floor, gives it over in the corner. Sarah Winters, bounce to Polson around the 15-foot mark, pulls it back out and will reset for Richfield. Picks up her dribble and now needs some help. Gets it to Hallie Janes. Hallie spins out of it. Will give to Polson over on the right side. 46 seconds left here in this opening half. Richfield's led for all but a few moments early.
2-0. They took the lead 3-2. They went on a 13-0 run?
That's right. It was 13-2. Polson with the basketball. 31 seconds remain here in the first half. Polson pulls it back out. 26 seconds. Richfield wants the last shot. Very physical with Collins. They call a 5-second count. Ball goes back to Judge. Great defense from the Bulldogs on that possession.
Yeah, not paying attention to the 5-second count because it's not been called a lot. We've seen it much more in this tournament because the defenses are better.
Sidbury with the basketball. Under 20 to play in the opening quarter. Taya crosses over, sends it to the corner. Maya, three-point shot on the way, nearly banked it in again. Ball out of bounds, goes to Judge Memorial. Last touched by Nicole Willardson underneath.
Yeah, she knew it did.
Yeah. Judge in kind of a line play here. They get it into Collins. Collins with the basketball. Guarded out front by Polson. Crosses over in the lane. Throws it, and no one was there. And fortunately for Judge Memorial, they were able to recover it, but with only 2 seconds and a foul going to be called on the Wildcats. No shot. 0.7 seconds left. Sidbury will get a 1-and-1. That's really not how you wanted the half to end if you're Richfield.
No, because they were on a scramble there.
So Knutson picks up her second. That's Cameron.
Judge had kind of thrown it away.
Taya Sidbury makes the front end of the 1-and-1.
Yeah, I think you're going to be in trouble if you're counting on Sidbury to miss a lot of foul shots.
No, 78%. 16-12 now our score. Richfield leads it. Still in front. Sidbury again. 16-13, 7/10 of a second left. And that will end the first half. Richfield 16, Judge Memorial 13. We'll be back with our halftime show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
Jones and DeMille Engineering is proud to be a part of Utah's rural communities and loves to cheer on the youth of rural Utah. We take great pride in helping shape the quality of life by offering full engineering and architectural services, municipal and private business software solutions, and community involvement. Jones and DeMille is your go-to resource for planning, funding, designing, and infrastructure needs. We strive to serve with a professional, personalized rural touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Ashley Steck at Steck Investments in Richfield is an independent local agent, meaning he can shop all available companies to find the right plan for you. Steck Investments handles pensions, 401k rollovers, IRAs, life and health insurance, Medicare supplements, drug plans, and dental plans. Call Ashley today at 435-979-0007 to find the best investment and insurance plan for you. Steck Investments, 635 North Main Street in Richfield. For all your insurance and investment needs, call 979-0007.
There is an athlete in all of us that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community, wherever you are in your athletic journey.
Pizza Hut in Richfield and Kanab has the cure for your appetite with stuffed crust pizza at just $12.99 right now. Stop by and check out the other Hut specials and the awesomely delicious menu and plan to go wild. If you walk out hungry, you only have yourself to blame. Bring the whole family and make it a night the family will remember. Stop by today for dine-in, takeout, or delivery and have some delicious Pizza Hut pizza and ice cold Pepsi and more. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centricom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centricom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. It's our halftime show brought to you by the folks at Jones and DeMille Engineering, supporting local programs in academic and athletic achievements, building relationships, and working passionately. It's a winning combination. Tanner Wilkinson and Rick Robinson with you. Well, Rick, the Cats don't like second quarters apparently.
Well, not in the state tournament. And really, had they been able to score something, they'd have a bigger lead than they do now. Yesterday, it put them behind by not scoring in the second quarter. today they still enjoy a 3-point lead over what most people think a heavily favored Judge Memorial team. But I personally think Richfield really played a great defensive first half of basketball.
So 4 of 24 from the field for the Bulldogs. That's 16%. 1 of 6 from 3, also 16.7%. They're identical from the field as they are from 3, 80% at the free throw line. 16-13 again our score. Wildcats just go 5 of 19. The thing with Rick was the three-pointers for Richfield, 4 of 13, 33%. You'll gladly take a number between 30 and 40% from 3.
Yeah, where Richfield left points on the table, they missed too many foul shots. And from the foul line,
2 of 7.
2 of 7.
Oh.
See, and that's something that's they, if they really want to win this game, I think they're going to have to shoot a little better than that. You don't have to hit 100%, but you need to shoot a little better percentage than 2 for 7.
Have it a little more respectable, absolutely. Cats get out rebounded 17-9. 9 offensive rebounds for Judge Memorial. And well, when you miss that many shots, you're going to have opportunities, but Cats really got out rebounded in that second quarter as well.
Yeah, the first quarter it wasn't the case, but the second quarter it was. But I really thought that the Richfield defense, the speed of those guards, it took Judge a little while to get used to that because they're used to being the ones that are the fast ones themselves.
Going to be really interesting to see how that adjustment's made. Taya Sidbury averages 34 a game on the season. The Cats held her to 2 of 12 shooting. She seemed a little sped up, Rick. I thought took maybe a couple premature shots. But one thing she did was get to the free throw line and was 4 of 5 there. That really helped Judge Memorial stop the bleeding.
Well, she's a terrific player by anybody's standard. And she was trying to get players involved, and she's tried to also take it herself. I thought she rushed a few times when she was really trying to to get this team going. But I thought it was interesting in the press. They only did it one time where they did the 1-2-2 trap, and they put her in the one position on the Richfield side of the court. And Richfield was able to break that. They did not come back with that. I think we'll see Judge press in the second half.
Yeah, going to be something interesting to see. We'll keep an eye on it. Your score at the half, Richfield 13, Richfield 16, Judge Memorial 13. We'll be back to wrap up our halftime show brought to you by Jones & Mill Engineering after this on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10, and ETV.
As tax season once again approaches, remember Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield. Kimball & Roberts will save you time and stress this year when they file your state and federal taxes. The tax professionals at Kimball & Roberts know and understand all the new tax codes and lingo, so you don't have to. They can also help you find deductions and credits that you may miss. Skip the stress and headache and visit Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield or call 896-6488.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora have a non-stop tractor workhorse, just what you need for a non-stop world. Power Star tractors from New Holland provide unprecedented power, comfort, and performance in a utility tractor so you can tackle grounds, municipal or farm tasks with ease. Choose from 6 models from 64 to 117 engine horsepower with an open-air ROPS platform or spacious Vision View cab. Learn more about the Power Star family of tractors. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Dr. Chase Meekum and his staff at Sevier Valley Sport and Spine are proud to sponsor our student athletes in their pursuit of excellence. Dr. Chase Meekum provides chiropractic, rehabilitation, cupping, and acupuncture, where your health is their mission. Located conveniently at 72 Patriot Way in Richfield, you can find them on Facebook. Call 435-289-3444 for an appointment. Dr. Chase Meekum, Sevier Valley Sport and Spine.
Hi, this is Eric Schmutz, president of State Bank of Southern Utah. I want you to know that State Bank is healthy, well capitalized, and we have money to lend. You should know that we have the best lending officers in the state. In fact, State Bank has been ranked the #1 medium SBA lender in Utah for the past 2 years in a row, and we're working hard to make it 3. If you have a project that we can help with or any financial need, please give us a call or stop by any of our 13 offices.
In Richfield, call 896-9287. State Bank of Southern Utah, member FDIC.
Jones & DeMille Engineering is proud to be a part of Utah's rural communities and loves to cheer on the youth of rural Utah. We take great pride in helping shape the quality of life by offering full engineering and architectural services, municipal and private business software solutions, and community involvement. Jones & DeMille is your go-to resource for planning, funding, designing, and infrastructure needs. We strive to serve with a professional, personalized rural touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Second half of this state championship game just about to get underway. Tanner Wilkinson and Rick Robinson with you. What was such a well-played half defensively for both teams, Rick? Do you expect defense to maybe break down a little bit as the game goes on? This will be these teams' third game in the third day.
Yeah, it's funny you'd say that. I do think tired legs could play a factor. But also, I don't think you're going to see Sidbury held just to 8 points. But I don't think you're going to see Nicole Willardson scoreless either.
Interesting. Coach Peterson, Sydney Knutson starts on the bench. Her sister Cameron will be out there filling in for her. And she picked up, I thought it was 2 fouls. Maybe she's got a third that I didn't pick up. But she will start on the bench. Renteria is out there along with Collins. And Judge starts with the basketball. Collins into the front court. Richfield did not score in the second quarter for the second straight game, yet they lead this thing by 3. McCall out front, coming off the screen. A three-point shot from Pike. Chloe Pike's shot is off. And saving it on the end line into Sidbury. Count it, and a foul going to be on Nicole Willardson. Big way to start the second half if you're Judge Memorial.
Yeah, it's a great effort there. As it looked like the ball was going to go out of bounds. You always have to know where Sidbury is, and Richfield not in position there.
See if that wakes Sidbury up. Just 2 of 12 in the first half. Big thanks to Brad James for providing us with the stats. Tied at 16 apiece. James will get it to Polson. Now back to Robinson. Kate Robinson with it. Gets it across the timeline. Screen from Willardson high. Pick and pop. Willardson wasn't expecting it. Picks it up now. Gives it over to Janes on the left side. Guarded tightly by Chloe Pike. Janes picks up her dribble. Lobs it into Willardson. Nicole catches at the free throw line. Nicole bounces. Turns. Shoots. Can't get it off the side of the backboard. Good defense inside by McCall. Lob into Sidbury. Taya for the lead. No. Rebound to Polson. Cats continue to not allow Judge Memorial to have the lead.
Yeah, and Sidbury again seemed a little rushed that time. And Judge did lead 2-0. Richfield went on a 13-0 run.
Robinson bounced to Polson for 2. No. Blocked a bit by Collins. Sidbury out in transition. Goes to the rim for 2. No good. Rebound fought for. Collins flips it up and in. What a shot from Marika Collins. And she will go to the free throw line to complete the three-point play.
And Richfield has not given Judge a lot of transaction baskets, but they did that time. Judge has had 2 possessions. We said Richfield hasn't scored in this quarter, but they only had the ball 1 time.
Timeout taken by the Cats. We'll take it and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
Ashley Steck at Steck Investments in Richfield is an independent local agent, meaning he can shop all available companies to find the right plan for you. Steck Investments handles pensions, 401k rollovers, IRAs, life and health insurance, Medicare supplements, drug plans, and dental plans. Call Ashley today at 435-979-0007 to find the best investment and insurance plan for you. Steck Investments, 635 North Main Street in Richfield. For all your insurance and investment needs, call 979-0007.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
First lead since it was 2-0 for Judge Memorial coming out of that timeout. Marika Collins, a 54% free throw shooter, goes to the line. Pretty impressive make there, Rick. She had a difficult angle and banked it in. Free throw good. Judge now in front. It was 16-5 to end the quarter. Judge has had the last 14 points dating back to the beginning of the second.
What Richfield had happen to them yesterday, they went 12 minutes without scoring.
Janes on the left side. They go into Nicole Willardson. Nicole catches block, but a foul. See who this is on, if it's going to be on Sidbury or a blocking foul inside. And it is on Taya Sidbury. Let's see on this replay here. Great pass by Willardson. I thought it would have been more a block down inside on McCall. Nicole at the line, connects.
And
First
that
point.
does end the drought.
First point for Nicole as well tonight. She'll get one more. I like that the Richfield student section holds up the W for the Wildcats. Up and down. Boy, Nicole's got such a smooth free throw. She cuts the lead down to 1 for Judge. Bulldogs lead 19-18. 6:27 to go here in the third. Chloe Pike with the basketball up high, gives to Collins. Collins now to Pike. Over on the right side, going to lob it over to McCall. Throws it into Taya Sidbury. Taya throws up the shot, and they call the foul really late. Oh, boy, that's not going to sit well with Richfield. Taya did have contact and hit the ground. Call does come rather late, and from the official from far away. So Sidbury goes back to the free throw line, where she will get 2. And Taya Sidbury can really stroke it at the line. Connects on the first. One more shot here for Taya Sidbury. Shots up and good. A little bit of pressure here, Rick. You talked about maybe pressing. Robinson catches now. Just light pressure here from Judge Memorial. Collins out on her.
I thought they might put a trap on.
Robinson across the timeline. Goes over on the right side to Polson. Trying to get it into Nicole Willardson. Robinson dribbles high. Crossover. Bounce over to Cameron Knutson. Inside catch from Willardson. Back out Polson. Swings it over. Knutson now over to Robinson on the left side. They go now again fronted. Deflection. Robinson gets it back somehow into the arms of Willardson and then nearly turned over again. Knutson back to Robinson. Cats will reset. 5:33 to go here in the third. Richfield trails 21-18. Give to Robinson. Layup. Good. Great pass from Nicole Willardson to Kate Robinson.
Yeah, nice give and go.
21-20. Judge Memorial in front by 1. Pike with it over on the right side. Goes over. The lob inside to Sidbury. Taya takes it up and scores it. Just using her length.
If you give that pass in there to Sidbury right under the basket where she was, she's generally going to get fouled or score.
Paulson across the timeline. Gets it over to Robinson, left side, guarded by Maya Renteria. Over on the Big Sky logo, dribbles Robinson. She'll give to Polson now, right side, three-point arc. Becca holds high, guarded by Collins. Gives it over to Hallie Janes. Ever since Judge has gone to this man, Richfield's really struggled to score in it. And a foul out on Collins. To the dismay of Judge Memorial and to the cheers of Richfield. How the game goes, Rick Robinson.
It's been a very physical game, and they have not called a lot of the bumps. They did call that one.
And back into the game is Sydney Knutson. Hallie Janes will have a sit. Robinson triggers. They lob it into Nicole Willardson. Nicole catches. Corner three, Polson. Big shot, no. Rebound, Taya Sidbury. And, boy, Knutson close to picking up a foul there. A lot of contact. Sidbury brings it down for Judge Memorial. Pulls it back out. 4:20 to go in the third. Judge leads 23-20. Maya Renteria over on the right side trying to lob it into McCall. She turns, sends to Sidbury in the corner. Taya thought about the three. Looks to crossover. Picks her dribble up. Maya for three. A deep one. Strong. Good box out by Knutson. And we're going to get a foul going the other way. I think this will be on Chloe Pike. Possession to Richfield, and that'll be, I believe, team foul number 3 or 4 on Judge Memorial here.
It's already up there. It's 3.
They put it so quickly. This crew's done a great job here at the scoreboard this weekend at Weber State. Pike will sub out. Ball comes into Polson. Becca Polson across the timeline. Gets it over to Robinson. Kate Robinson. Now catch from Willardson at the three-point line. Kind of give and go. Nicole turns, faces, puts it on the floor, will drive. Tough shot and draws a foul. Great job by Willardson as McCall had no choice but to reach over and grab the arm.
Yeah, and it looked like Willardson was going to put it up a little soon.
Yeah.
But able to draw the foul. She was just inside the foul line on the right side of the lane.
George Zhuang is going to check in for Judge. Nicole hits another calm free throw. She'll get one more. Judge just continues to provide length out there. One after another. Off the bench, Nicole in and out and back in. 22-23, Richfield trails it. 3:46 to go here in the third. Wildcats led for pretty much the entire first half. Judge has taken and held a lead here in quarter number 3. Cross court to Collins. Collins with the basketball, the lefty. Guarded by Robinson. Looks to cross over, sends it back out to Zhuang. Now up top to Maya. Renteria far, far away from the basket. Guarded out front by Polson. Swings it over. It's caught by Collins. Sidbury catches, turns, shoots, and gets that one to go. Those weren't falling in the first half when they were hanging on the rim, Rick. She's not going to miss many of those.
No, but that was pretty good defense. Almost came up with the steal. That time not able to come up with it.
Robinson dribbles out high for Richfield. 25-22, 2:52 to go. The lob, the catch, and the handoff. Polson, quick trigger 3. No, but a foul, and that is going to be 3 3-point free throws again for Becca Polson. The second time tonight she's drawn that foul.
This Judge Memorial defense is very aggressive and very physical, and they've been allowed to play that way. But that time Polson fell down.
In and out on the first of 3. And I like what Maya Renteria is doing here, just having a good conversation with the official. Hey, what can I do better? I like that. Second one good from Polson.
You never can fault going over and asking about it.
But no.
You don't know what they're saying now. Did I bump them? Did I?
Right. Polson's third. Good. She keeps her law of averages. Has gone 2 of 3 both times she's gone. She shoots 66% on the year. Richfield again within 1. 25-24. Judge Memorial by a point. Collins with the basketball. Gets it right back over to Maya.
Richfield was 2 for 7 from the foul line in the first half. They're 4 for 5 here in the second half.
Good. Great point. Corner. Outside, it's Zhuang. We'll send it back out to Maya. One thing Judge may lack is three-point shooting. It's a strong miss. Rebound to Collins. Count the bucket and one. Second time, Marika Collins has gotten a loose ball and put it back up and in with a foul.
Yeah, Richfield has not boxed her out. Able to get it and put it back in, but they're so worried about Sidbury, which you have to be.
Right. Offensive rebounds were really big in that second quarter. Hallie Janes checks in, replacing Knutson. Sydney will sit. Another shot coming here from Marika. 27-24 Judge, 2:18 to go here in the opening quarter of the second half. The miss. Sidbury gets it, sticks it back up. No, Nicole Willardson with a great rebound. And then off the shoe of Becca Polson, it stays with Judge Memorial. For a second there, I thought the ref was going to point the other way. Not the case. Clearly off Polson.
No, but Sidbury able to use her speed to get around and made a very difficult rebound and then pressured Richfield from falling out of bounds to make a tough pass.
Collins catches on the left side. Lob to Sidbury. Janes comes to double team and a turnover. Robinson picks it up. Great help defense from Hallie Janes. Robinson looks to push across the timeline. Richfield will set, down 3, 27-24. Robinson looks to cross over. Gets it back over to Janes on the right side. Hallie with it now. Looks to get it into Nicole. Nicole catches. Turns, shoots, hooks, can't finish it. Long rebound. Recovered down inside by Zhuang.
Yeah, I didn't mind that shot. She had an open look just in the middle of the lane, side the foul line.
Sidbury with it, looks to put it on the floor. Head of steam, floater good. Taya Sidbury, all the bags in her tricks in her bag tonight. 29-24 the score. Janes gets it over to Robinson. Largest lead of the game for Judge Memorial. Robinson out high. Sends it over to Polson on the left side. Becca keeps it herself. Gives to Willardson. Now back to Robinson straight away. Minute to play here in the third. Drive from Polson. Bounce pass. Great finish and a big basket from Cameron Knutson. What a shot.
Yeah, and Becca attacked it. We haven't seen Richfield do a lot of that in this game.
Ball goes over on the right side. It's caught by Maya. Ball deflected. Picked up. Shot is away. No good. Offensive rebound. Stick back. No. Janes tips it out. Robinson has it for the Cats. Gets it across the timeline. Richfield with a chance to cut the lead to one or potentially tie it with a three. Janes was open for a split second there. Now to Halley over on the left side. Janes guarded aggressively by Sidbury and a foul. Taya just being a little too aggressive there.
Well, they've let her be aggressive much of this game. I didn't really like that foul because they've let her play that way. She reached out and did grab.
End of three. Kanab leads South Sevier 31-25. A really good group of seniors there in Kanab. They send it in the back court to Janes. And now Robinson with it. 29-26, 15 seconds to go in the quarter. That's the 16th foul on Judge, so Richfield does shoot free throws the rest of the way. Sidbury the steal. Coast to coast, lays it in. 4 seconds to go. Janes has got it. Halley from midcourt. It's going to be almost off the side of the backboard, so a big turn of events there from Sidbury. Judge leads at 31-26. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
There is an athlete in all of us that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community, wherever you are in your athletic journey.
Pizza Hut in Richfield and Kanab has the cure for your appetite with stuffed crust pizza at just $12.99 right now. Stop by and check out the other Hut specials and the awesomely delicious menu and plan to go wild. If you walk out hungry, you only have yourself to blame. Bring the whole family and make it a night the family will remember. Stop by today for dine-in, takeout, or delivery and have some delicious Pizza Hut pizza and ice cold Pepsi and more. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
High school playoffs as we see the state championship trophy behind the scores table. Great shot. If you're watching on Centricom Channel 10 or ETV. Becca Polson will trigger to start this third quarter. That was a costly turnover for the Cats, Rick. Taya Sidbury so long, just able to get out and get the steal and the easy layup.
The spacing that was probably the worst spacing I'd see Richfield had in this game. They were too close together, and Sidbury just took it away.
Robinson with it, guarded by Collins. Gets it over to Janes. Halley catches over on the left side. Sidbury hounding her. Ball goes to Becca Polson now. Polson tries to feed Willardson. Nicole catches, sends to the corner. Halley Janes, wide open triple, in and out. Rebound, fought for, and coming down with it is McCall. Sidbury with the basketball up front, guarded by Knutson. Gives it to Chloe Pike. Now over on the left side, it's caught by Marika Collins. She's guarded by Kate Robinson. Collins will pull back, 7:20 to go. Judge with ties their largest lead of the game at 5. Pike catches over on the right side, gives it in the middle. Shots in and out. Willardson fights for it. Sidbury stick back, no. Fighting for the rebound, and it comes down to Polson. Robinson has it and is fouled. It's going to be 1-1 for Kate Robinson, and a big trip to the free throw line here.
Yeah, and Richfield did a nice job. Nicole was coming over at Sidbury, and she's made several of those in this half, but couldn't get that one to go.
Kate Robinson shoots 1 and 1. Is 0 for 4 so far in this game today, but hit 2 critical ones yesterday. Hits the front end. That's a big, big free throw, Rick Robinson.
Well, everything at this point becomes larger when you're in the fourth quarter of a state championship game, and it's fairly tight.
Robinson's second shot is good. 31-28, Judge Memorial, 7:04 to go. Fourth quarter of the 3A state championship game live at Weber State University in the D Event Center. Collins on the left side, lobs to Sidbury. Taya draws a quick double team. They send it in the corner. Now back to Maya. Really following Sidbury close to double quickly. Pike has it, guarded by Knutson. Pike picks up her dribble. Knutson out on her, and we'll get a timeout called by Judge Memorial. We'll take it as well and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Welcome back on in. It's Judge Memorial in Richfield. Fourth quarter of the 3A state championship game. Wildcats trail it 28-31. Tanner Wilkinson, Rick Robinson with you. Foul count, good thing for the Cats, Rick. They shoot the rest of the way. Judge Memorial, Richfield still got to pick up a few fouls before Judge begins shooting. Chloe Pike with the basketball, swings it back over. Now to Maya, guarded by Paulson. Comes back out high, Chloe Pike with it. Pike will send it over to McCall. McCall not a threat from the outside. In fact, has not made a three-pointer this year. They leave her open in the corner. They're yelling at her to shoot it, but she knows her role. Sidbury deflected. Great deflection by Knutson. Knutson's done a very good job on the best player possibly in the state, let alone 3A. Pike catches left side. Looks to drive, sends McCall. Traveled with it before the shot. Shuffled her feet.
Yeah, she made the shot. I didn't notice the travel, but I think you did.
She did a little shuffle. Little jig. Richfield basketball down 3. Cats force another turnover. That was Judge's problem in the first half, was turnovers. They cleaned that up a bit in the third. And now Richfield basketball. Ball into Willardson. Nicole with it. Turns. Shoots. Scores. What a move for Nicole Willardson. Cuts the lead to 1. 31-30.
Both Nicole and Tia have had much better halves than they did the first half.
Ball goes out to Collins. Guarded by Robinson. Now Pike with it. Guarded by Sydney Knutson. The screen comes high. The floater from Chloe Pike is off. Ball's loose. Rebound Polson. Cats with a chance to take the lead here. Becca Polson across the timeline. Pulls it back out and will reset. No one comes out to get her. She'll take the three and drill it from straight away. Becca Polson for 3. Cats take a 2-point lead. Shot of the night, just like she did last night against Layton Christian.
And that's our third lead change. Judge had led since 18-16.
Yes. Collins with the basketball, puts it on the floor, drives. Great defense from Kate Robinson forcing it out. Pike catches straight away. Sidbury catches, turns, lobs. Great pass from Sidbury inside the lay-in from Dang. Ties us at 33.
And Dang with a pretty shot. That's our second tie. We were tied at 16, now at 33. It's interesting. We've only had 2 ties.
And I love that you keep those stats. I can't tell you enough how important that is in a broadcast. Sidbury comes over to double Willardson. Sidbury dumps it off. And an offensive foul. Becca Polson hits the 3 on one end, takes the charge on the other. Wildcats get it back. Wow.
I was watching that. She went down and specifically just stood up. Now, Judge isn't going to like it, but that, to me, was an obvious charge. Sidbury just went over the top of her. She was looking to draw that.
Timeout called by the Cats. 4:20 to go here in the fourth quarter of the state championship. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
As tax season once again approaches, remember Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield. Kimball & Roberts will save you time and stress this year when they file your state and federal taxes. The tax professionals at Kimball & Roberts know and understand all the new tax codes and lingo, so you don't have to. They can also help you find deductions and credits that you may miss. Skip the stress and headache and visit Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield or call 896-6488.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Fourth quarter action. You could not ask for a better state championship game here tonight. 33-33, Judge Memorial and Richfield. The number 1 and the number 2 seeds all tied. 4:20 to go, Wildcat basketball. Tanner Wilkinson, Rick Robinson with you. Rick, that charge by Polson, textbook if you want to learn how to take a charge.
Yes, and she tried to do one earlier and fell down. I didn't think that one was a charge, and they didn't call it, but this one, to me, was an obvious one.
Robinson with it out high, guarded by Collins. Midway through this fourth quarter, and we're tied at 33. Collins, ball fake, back to Polson. Polson gives to Robinson now, guarded again. Malika Collins, a great defender. They get it inside. Back out in the corner, Robinson drives it. Bounce in the corner. 3, Knutson, no. Rebound, fought for, and it'll stay with the Cats off the hands of McCall.
Yeah, Knutson had a good look on the left baseline. Then it appeared the Judge was going to have the rebound.
Big opportunity here for Richfield to get a second chance. They get a third, I'll give you my 3 that we always give each other, right?
Well, you keep me in line.
Willardson spins, shoots, block, great block shot. Loose ball, fought for, will get a jump ball. Possession goes to Judge.
Well, Nicole that time turned right into Taya, and she's going to be a tough one to get it over.
Yeah.
She had a defender on her back. Taya right there waiting for her to turn.
3:40 to go. It's Judge Memorial basketball. The Wildcats have held Judge to less points than Taya Sidbury averages per game. Sidbury drives, gives in the corner. 3, good. What a shot from Aneljog with the 3. Judge by 3, 36-33, 3:20 to go.
And credit Sidbury with a great assist there.
Robinson crosses over, gets into the paint, bounces to Willardson. Nicole picks it up, takes it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Dang. The interior defense tonight, really impressive for Judge Memorial.
I agree with you.
Sidbury gets to her spot, left-handed finish, good. Judge back up 5. Paulson brings it across for Richfield. 2:48 to go. Robinson with it. Crosses over. Picks up her dribble, gives it back to Polson. Polson with it. Picks up her dribble, sends back out to Robinson. Looking to lob into Willardson. Crossover and a foul, so that'll send Kate Robinson to the free throw line for a very, very big 1-and-1.
Yeah, that's the 9th team foul on Judge.
Cats will shoot 2 the rest of the way after this 1-and-1 trip. Janes returns for the Wildcats. Robinson to shoot 1-and-1. Hit 2 earlier here in the quarter. Kate, the senior leader. Shorts. And it will be Judge basketball.
Yeah, it didn't even hit the rim, so that's a violation. That turns it over to Judge.
Judge basketball, 2:32 to go. They've got a 5-point lead, 38-33.
This is a big defensive possession for Richfield. Sidbury.
Deep 3, no. Willardson grabs the rebound and will get a foul before the jump ball So now Nicole gets 2 free throws. That's even bigger for Richfield, Rick, because it stops the clock, and she gets 2 free throws.
Sidbury took the long NBA three-point shot. It almost went. That goes in. I think this game might be over.
Willardson shoots 75% at the free throw line. She'll get 2 shots. Willardson. First is up and good. Nothing but the bottom. Back into the game for Judge Memorial is George Wong, replacing McCall. 2:22 to go. Judge leads 38-34. 1 more free throw for the Cats. Boy, Nicole Willardson is calm as a cucumber. Rick Robinson at the free throw line.
Yeah, she's done a nice job there.
Taya Sidbury across the timeline. Timeout, Judge Memorial. We'll take it as well. 2:16 to go. Judge 38, Richfield 35 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentralCom Channel 10 and ETV.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
If building dreams is how you make your living, demand the performance of New Holland construction equipment from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora. Choose from skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, loader backhoes, compact excavators, and more. Built-in visibility, stability, and comfort allow you to work with a higher level of confidence, speed, and efficiency. Learn more about the performance of New Holland construction equipment. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Dr. Chase Meekum and his staff at Severe.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and CentralCom Channel 10.
2:16 to go. Judge basketball with a 3-point lead. Each second, Rick Robinson, becomes more and more important in this game. Sidbury crosses. Free throw line, Jay. Good. Good shot from Taya.
Yeah, that was a big-time shot. She made that look so easy. Left side of the foul line.
Robinson with it. Bounce inside. The double comes on Willardson. Polson, massive 3. It's long. Sidbury loses it, but then it's rebounded by Dang.
Well, I think Richfield's got to start fouling here. They only have 4 fouls.
That's right. Can't be Knutson, though. She's the one that's picked up the majority of the fouls. Sidbury, crossover into a dagger 3. It's no good. Rebound tip, controlled by Collins. Polson gets it, and a jump ball, and the Wildcats will take the possession back. Really a quick shot for Judge. I didn't think they needed to rush there.
Well, Sidbury is trying to put this game away with 3-pointers, and they are NBA 3-pointers.
Ball goes into Knutson. 40-35, minute 31 to go, 90 seconds remain. Judge Memorial by 5. Robinson with the basketball. Guarded out front by Collins. That's been the point guard matchup tonight. He's going to give it to Hallie Jane straight away. Gets it in the corner, Polson. Sidbury on her. Polson back to Robinson. Down inside, Nicole Willardson. Nicole bumps, shoots. No call. Nicole hits the ground. Wow, a lot of contact there. Timeout, Judge Memorial. Minute 2 remaining. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, CentralCom Channel 10 and ETV.
Dr. Chase Meekum and his staff at Severe Valley Sport and Spine are proud to sponsor our student athletes in their pursuit of excellence. Dr. Chase Meekum provides chiropractic, rehabilitation, cupping, and acupuncture, where your health is their mission. Located conveniently at 72 Patriot Way in Richfield, you can find them on Facebook. Call 435-289-3444 for an appointment. Dr. Chase Meekum, Sevier Valley Sport and Spine.
Hi, this is Eric Schmutz, president of State Bank of Southern Utah. I want you to know that State Bank is healthy, well capitalized, and we have money to lend. You should know that we have the best lending officers in the state. In fact, State Bank has been ranked the #1 medium SBA lender in Utah for the past 2 years in a row, and we're working hard to make it 3. If you have a project that we can help with or any financial need, please give us a call or stop by any of our 13 offices.
In Richfield, call 896-9287. State Bank of Southern Utah, member FDIC.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Welcome back. Minute 2 to go. Judge basketball. You got a foul here, Rick. Because you only have 4. Sidbury catches. Double team. Taya with it. Euro step. Shot up. No. Rebound fought for. Putback is no good. And over the back on Sidbury. I do not understand what Judge is doing here, taking shots this quick.
Well, they certainly were aggressive, and now Richfield's going to be able to pick up 2 points with no time running off the clock.
Going to the line will be Knutson.
That's Sidbury's 4th personal.
That is something to keep a very close eye on here down the stretch.
Well, probably won't be a factor, but it could.
It could. Overtime, you never know. Knutson, no good. And free throws hurt the Cats in the first half, and it's hurting them a bit here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, when you're behind, you cannot afford to miss foul shots.
53.2 to go. Cats trail by 5. One more free throw here for Knutson. It's up, and off the rim, no good. Sidbury the rebound. Boy, just 2 critical misses. You got to start to foul here just simply to pick more up. And Robinson goes for the steal, can't get it. The ball goes over, and a foul by Polson out front with 42.8 to go.
Yeah, Richfield's in a little bit of trouble here. It'd be a monumental turnover or something here, or they're probably going to be in trouble.
Collins with it. Fouled by Robinson out front, 39.4. So it'll be Judge basketball. That's the 6th foul. So now you get the next one will be 1-on-1. Judge not particularly a good free throw shooting team aside from Taya Sidbury. Timeout. Judge Memorial. We're going to keep it here for this one.
Boy, the missed foul shots have been critical here where Richfield's been behind.
Yeah, can't have missed free throws. 40-35. But, you know, Rick, for a team that averages 72 points a game, you got to give Richfield a lot of credit defensively, only holding them to 40.
Well, no one expected Richfield to win this game. I personally thought they would win. Honestly, I thought the guard play would outdo Judge, but I've been impressed with Judge interior defense.
Yeah.
And if Richfield couldn't make outside shots, which they have kind of struggled more here in the second half, and then the foul line.
The plan, make sure anyone but Taya Sidbury catches it here. They double Sidbury. The foul comes. Polson gets her. And it'll be free throws for Maya Renteria, who shoots just at 50%, a 1-and-1 opportunity here. Maya will go to the foul line. She is one of the seniors on this Judge team.
There's still time for Richfield, but they really have no room for error.
Maya on the first attempt. It's up. No good. Rebound tipped. Willardson has it. They say jump ball, possession to Judge. That was a quick whistle.
Well, they have called it that way all game.
They have.
I mean, in all fairness, they have called jump balls when.
Pounding the ball is Chloe Pike. Trying to get it in long. Collins is fouled, and she'll shoot a 1-and-1 now. Marika Collins, 54% from the free throw line. No one shoots above 50% with the exception of Sidbury. 1-and-1 for Collins. 35.9 to go. Free throws up and good. Big free throw there from Marika Collins.
Yeah, that's a difference here now. They put in a foul shot when Richfield missed the front end of 1-and-1 and missed a couple foul shots.
Collins will get one more. Up. No good. Rebound to the Cats. Down 6 with 35 seconds to go. Robinson has it now. Coming out in transition. Robinson fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 28.6. Got to have both of these, Rick.
Yeah.
Or if you miss on the second, you have to secure an offensive rebound.
Well, it keeps Richfield able to score here with no time running off.
Kate Robinson has been a hero in this tournament for the Cats. First one up, good. Silky smooth. She'll get one more.
Regardless, it'll be a 2-possession ball game.
Second up, good. 28.6 to play. Sidbury's got it and is fouled. And very smart by Judge to get it to her as quick as possible.
Yeah, and you're hoping that Richfield would recognize where she was and not let her get the ball.
One more. This is the last 1-and-1 of the game. As Robinson's fouled out.
Yeah, that's big.
The senior guard, the leader, the captain. Shot from Sidbury on the front end of the 1-and-1, good. Lead back to 5, 42-37. Sidbury, good. Polson to inbound. Gets it to Knutson. Now Polson with it. Becca Polson, handoff Hallie Janes. Hallie dribbles it off her foot, and the ball's loose, but then back to Knutson. Janes. Polson thought about the 3. Gets it in. Turn, shoot, Willardson, no good. And that's all but going to do it here is the Judge Memorial Bulldogs are the state champs in 2022. A great effort from the Wildcats. A terrific run from Richfield comes to an end. Your final, Judge Memorial 43, Richfield 37. Post-game coverage coming your way next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10 and ETV.
Jones & DeMille Engineering is proud to be a part of Utah's rural communities and loves to cheer on the youth of rural Utah. We take great pride in helping shape the quality of life by offering full engineering and architectural services, municipal and private business software solutions, and community involvement. Jones & DeMille is your go-to resource for planning, funding, designing, and infrastructure needs. We strive to serve with a professional, personalized rural touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Ashley Steck at Steck Investments in Richfield is an independent local agent, meaning he can shop all available companies to find the right plan for you. Steck Investments handles pensions, 401k rollovers, IRAs, life and health insurance, Medicare supplements, drug plans, and dental plans. Call Ashley today at 435-979-0007 to find the best investment and insurance plan for you. Steck Investments, 635 North Main Street in Richfield. For all your insurance and investment needs, call 979-0007.
There is an athlete in all of us that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community, wherever you are in your athletic journey.
Your connection for high school sports, Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. Post-game show is Judge Memorial receiving the trophy. And I will say this about Judge. They got a lot of seniors, Rick, and you can tell after that heartbreak a few years ago, they are certainly happy to be back and taking advantage of the opportunity here.
Well, they played well. That's a really good Judge team. Defensively, it's the best defensive team I've seen Richfield play all year.
And as good as Taya Sidbury is on offense, as they chant MVPs as she's overcome with emotion here on the court hosting the trophy, Taya was big tonight, 27 points, 10 rebounds, scored 19 in the second half. Richfield got outscored in every quarter but the first, and that's your final 43-37. Our postgame show is brought to you by the folks at Sunrise Engineering. They're growing and they're hiring. Sunrise Engineering, visit them at sunrise-eng.com to learn more. Very, very good complementary pieces as well around this Bulldog team. I thought Marika Collins was your perfect pass-first point guard to get Sidbury set up. A terrific defender. Everyone knew their roles so well within this Judge Memorial team. They deserve to be the state champions here tonight.
Well, they went 26-0 on the season, and that says something.
Really does. Let's shift our focus to the Wildcats. 10 points for Rebecca Polson tonight, 3 from Sydney Knutson, 6 from Kate Robinson, 8 from Nicole Willardson. Hallie Janes finishes with 8 points, and Cameron Knutson with a bucket for 2. What a special group of Richfield seniors as well, Rick. We really want to pay tribute to them. They had a phenomenal season, did the Wildcats, and definitely deserve to be here in the state championship. And as Michael Jordan says, you didn't lose, time just ran out. Jordan would always say that. And for these Cats, their careers have come to an end, but still a lot to look forward to for Richfield basketball in the future.
And they'll finish 20-4 on the season as the Region 13 champions. And, Richfield, I was proud of them. I thought they played terrific. I thought the judge played terrific.
This was a great state championship matchup. Phenomenal play on both ends of the floor.
The no points in the second quarter, though, is a factor. Richfield went back-to-back second quarters in the semifinal. They were not playing as good as team as Judge Memorial, and giving up no points in that quarter was really difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see the Coach Pike and the staff holding up the number ones. Rick, how hard is it to go undefeated? Just how difficult is that to do in a season?
Well, I think it's really difficult because you got teams gunning for you.
Yeah.
And they played in a very talented region. I mean, they played some good teams. Grantsville's a real talented squad.
Absolutely. Again, your final here, 43-37. As we'll have our boys game coming up on Centricom and ETV alone, Mid-Utah Radio. This is our final broadcast of the basketball season, Rick. It's always terrific being on with you, Rick. We have a good time. I like that you like to give me a hard time. I need to be kept on my toes.
Well, I don't know. I hope you don't feel like I'm giving you a hard time.
It's a good kind of hard time.
I don't ever fool you. You're very, very educated on sports, as you know. You love it like I do.
No, we do, and that's why we're here and happy to continue to be here as we're bringing you this post-game coverage. Sid Berry cutting down the nets, and rightfully so, being the first one up there to cut down the nets. Going to be interesting to follow her career at the University of Utah as that will begin a season from now. She'll be a Pac-12, join the Pac-12 over there. Great player. I mean, she just completely dominated the season. Very deserving and has been talented from the. You said she was a sophomore on that team that lost in a close one. Got to feel good to have some redemption here tonight.
To South Severe, and honestly, they shot just awful from the foul line in that game, and that's what really cost them in the South Severe game. Not to take anything away from South Severe, because
right.
They were the state champs, they deserved it. In this game, from the foul line, 11 out of 15. Much better than that, and Richfield was 14 out of 23. Richfield led 9 opportunities. You don't expect them to shoot 100%, but they probably left 4 or 5 foul shots that they could have used.
Absolutely. Overall numbers for this game, Richfield shoots 26% from the field along with, I'm looking at the wrong numbers here. They did shoot 26% from the field, 27 from 3, just 60% at the free throw line, while Judge was only 29% from the field, 16% from 3, and 73% at the free throw line. And again, the free throws, Richfield made 3 more, but they had 8 more opportunities. Hate to see those go unused.
I thought Esther's and Aneljoke's three-point shot was huge.
Yeah.
I thought that was a difference in this game. When her three-point shot, it was tied, and she gave him a three-point lead, Judge.
She shoots 17% from the field, or from 3. So, yeah, that is absolutely massive for her.
And Richfield took away a lot of the fast break in the first half, and Judge got a couple of them in the second half. Those are just little things. In a one-game series, all those things become bigger. But I thought Richfield got back, and they took the lead. They had the crowd into it. And that three-point shot, I thought, took the momentum back away from Richfield.
Looking at some other numbers. Some other numbers, rebounds were a big factor. Bulldogs out-rebounded 35-15, 17. They had more offensive rebounds than Richfield did defensive rebounds. That's really, really tough to overcome.
And several of those were on missed foul shots. Or Richfield was having trouble there at the end of the game. They get the rebound, but they're trying to save it because they just took it away from Judge and throw it away.
43-37 again, your final. Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Serving communities for over 40 years. Sunrise Engineering. Learn more at sunrise-eng.com. Your seniors, again, let's review the seniors for the Wildcats. They'll be missing Sydney Knutson, along with Becca Polson and Kate Robinson. Just, again, such a terrific guard line. So many great moments from them defensively, as now we see the Grantsville crowd rushing in. This is like a BYU game, Rick, in the student section trying to fill up. They're coming in, crashing. Looking over at those three guards, can't say enough about their quickness, leadership over the years for these Cats. Phenomenal. On the other side, you've got a lot of good players coming back, led by Nicole Willardson and Hallie Janes. I thought Cameron Knutson had some great moments in this tournament as well. We said it earlier, but we'll say it again. The future's bright for the Cats.
Yeah, and Judge, I don't know who will go to Judge next year, but that was a talented Judge team.
A lot of seniors. Let's go over the seniors for Judge Memorial. That includes Marika Collins. They'll miss her 13 points and 5 rebounds a game. Matt McCall, who is kind of their player that just gets the rebounds, I don't want to say it's dirty work, but does the little things that helps you win games. They'll sorely miss her. Maya Renteria, probably their best three-point shooter outside of Taya Sidbury. She hit a big three in the first half tonight to kind of lift the lid off the basket there. And then senior George Wong, who had some good moments off the bench for them tonight as well. And then, of course, you're going to miss Taya Sidbury. Losing a player to a Division I Power 5 school, really, really significant there. So a shout-out to all those seniors. Some underclassmen. Chloe Pike is just a junior. She's really their biggest returner when it comes to production with her 8 rebounds and 5 assists per game, 5 points and 5 rebounds as well for Na Jeng Jang. That's a really big opportunity for her net to step up next season as well. And give Joshua Pike a lot of credit. It's really hard to coach a team to not only a state championship, but to an undefeated season.
Yeah, and what a great season to be undefeated. I mean, the competition, too, was pretty challenging.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see the final nets being cut down, everyone gets a piece of the nets, the managers, assistant coaches, obviously, all the players, all those involved within the program, getting to cut down nets. Something, if you're a lifelong basketball player, you just continue to dream and wish on those kinds of things. So, and a shout out to Mark Peterson. How difficult is it, Rick, to get to 7 state championship games? You got to give him a ton of credit.
Yeah, you said an average of every 3 years.
That's Nick Saban level stuff. So, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. We appreciate those tuning in on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom Channel 10 and ETV. Rick, just your final thoughts before we say goodnight. It's been a fun weekend with you. You always know how to put a smile on my face, Rick, and you always know how to make me think a little deeper.
Well, I got to thank you guys. How lucky are we live in Central Utah to have Centricom, Channel 10, local. We got ETV. We've got Mid-Utah Radio, Doug Barton with his commitment to high school broadcasting, and the state doesn't have that everywhere like this.
Right.
They just don't. And to have the talent like yourself.
I appreciate that.
And you got the talent of Robert Lovell, and it's just unbelievable, and I get to work with you. I say thank you.
Well, thank you, Rick. That's your final. Judge Memorial, state champs. They win it over Richfield, 43-37.
And I wanted to mention Barrett Hilton. I didn't mention his name. Barrett with bringing it, with Centricom. He's everywhere. I don't know if he sleeps.
He's the Nick Fury of the group. There's no doubt about it. We love Barrett and are happy to always have him along. So your final, Judge Memorial 43, Richfield 37. You've been listening to high school basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and watching on Centricom Channel 10 and ETV. Stick around on Centricom and ETV for the state boys. Almost said Loyola Marymount. I'm thinking BYU. It's Layton Christian and Grantsville after this on Centricom Channel 10 and ETV. So long and good night on Mid-Utah Radio from Weber State University.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school basketball action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.